Well, hey there everybody, Megapieman here, and I'm kind of changing up how I do these whole game reviews things. What I was doing before is I would just play through the demo and then I'll talk over me playing through the demo, and then I'll give it a rating at the end. But in order to be more in detail and in depth, I've changed up how I'm doing it. How I'm going to do it now is I'm going to first upload the demo, me playing through, just a straight up demo, no commentary or anything. I'm going to upload that in however many parts I need to get through the entire demo. Usually shouldn't take that long, so the demo is just about usually the first level or so. And then I'm going to upload another video, which is actually the review, in which I'm going to break it down into 6 different areas: the story, graphics, sound, music slash sound effects, gameplay, and controls. And then I'm going to go overall how much I like it, and then I'm going to give it a rating at the end. So today we are going to start off with Space Invaders Infinity. Now this is a downloadable only game you can get off of the PlayStation Network, and it's actually not too bad for what it is. Story wise, I mean, it's Space Invaders, so there's not much story, but basically what happens is you start off as the basic Space Invaders, and then as you progress and as you kill more enemies and live longer and collect more power-ups, it basically evolves from the time period of back in the early 80s or whenever the original Space Invaders out, and upgrades throughout the different time periods of games. So that's pretty awesome. It also has a section, it's got a normal mode, which does that. It's got a challenge mode, which I'm going to guess is the same thing as normal mode, just with more difficult enemies. And then it has a final mode, which is music mode. Unfortunately, challenge mode and music mode are not able to be used with the demo, but what I have heard and read about music mode is that it allows you to use music that you have downloaded onto your PlayStation 3, and you can play the Space Invaders to that music. Basically what it means is that your music will play in the background, and whatever's on screen, the enemies will react to how and whatever your music's playing, like different pitch or tempos, etc. So that is pretty awesome. Too bad I wasn't able to check that out, but if you want to check that out, I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube, and you can download this game and check it out yourself. And that's all for the story. Now we want to move on to the graphics section. But with graphics wise, it's kind of complicated with this game because the graphics upgrade as the game goes on. They start from not necessarily bad, but they start from 8-bit graphics and they work their way up from there. So I really don't know how to rate this. I'm going to have to say, for what it is, the graphics is about an 8 out of 10. I'm going to have to say that. I don't want to give it a 10 because compared to other games' graphics that are now today, it's still mostly 2D, some 3D stuff, but from what I've seen so far, nothing really in detail. So, but then again, it is a downloadable content, and it is supposed to be like Space Invaders. So it fits the Space Invaders, and it fits the different evolutions of the games for their time periods, but doesn't really fit into this time period. And I don't know if it upgrades and evolves all the way up to what we have gaming now, because I could only play the demo. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for that. Music and sound effects. The music department is pretty awesome. It's got some nice classic 8-bit music in the background that plays, and the sound effects, there's not too many, but they're pretty on, and they just help amplify everything. Everything is exactly how it should be. How you would expect a game to play, with the music and the sound effects amplifying everything the way they're supposed to, adding to the environment. Plus the music has, with the music mode, it's going to be all about music and all about whatever's playing in the background. So that is pretty awesome with that. Gameplay and controls. Basically, you have your left analog stick, I believe that's what it is, and the directional buttons move the ship around the screen, and almost any other button shoots. The R1 shoots, L1 shoots, X and O shoot, triangle and square shoot singularly. I mean, if you hold X down and O down, it will continue to shoot, but you have to tap triangle and O for it to shoot more. It's like a single fire. But that's all it is with the controls. And gameplay, it's actually pretty fun, having to work your way around the sorts of different obstacles and things that pop up all over the place. Because when you start out, it starts out kind of calm like the old Space Invaders, and then it just goes insane. So that's pretty awesome. Overall, I would have to say that I like this game. I'm not exactly sure that I would go and buy it. I might go buy it just because I want to check out the music area, but it does have a leaderboard on there in which your scores are saved and put up on the internet for you and friends to take a look at in the general public, which is pretty cool. So rating, what I'm going to give this game is because it does fill the purpose that a video game is supposed to do. It's supposed to be fun and or entertaining, and Space Invaders Infinity fits that mark. It's got a lot of things that when I first played through it, I was like, holy crap, and wow, and that's awesome, and I want to see some more of that, and I want to see how much more it evolves and increases and everything. So it's a game that really pulls you into it, which is what basically video games are supposed to do. Pull you into their world and whatever's going on. So rating wise, I am going to give this game an 8 out of 10. Because there were a couple things I didn't like. It did keep to the classical Space Invaders thing, which you only get one hit in order to, I mean, if you get hit once you die, which does go with classic Space Invaders, but I didn't like it necessarily compared to games nowadays, and I can imagine it will get more complicated as the time goes on and as you play through the game. What I played through so far, I didn't have much fun with it. I died maybe twice, and that was from faults of my own. But if it keeps increasing the way it does, it will get to a point, which I've seen other games, in which there is almost nothing you can do to not get hit, which can be quite annoying. Although I did see, I don't think I saw any lives on there, so it might be continuous lives. I'm probably wrong about that, because that wouldn't make any sense. But anyway, that's why I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's been Megapieman for Space Invaders Infinity, and if it looks interesting enough to you, go download it and check it out for yourself. Have a good day.